Hello, Group 1. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. You chose the Bloodstone, and the first message that is coming through for you, it has to do with things getting stabilized, but also getting motivated, like it's almost like your passion is getting legs to move, to go get what it is that you want. But it's like in a stable way, in a way that you can deal with what is going on, like even if it becomes quite hectic or maybe even overwhelming. Even positive things can sometimes become overwhelming, but I'm still getting like that it will be stable, it will be in a way that you can manage, a way that you can exist within yourself and in your outer world in quite the same way. But I'm definitely getting like things getting stabilized. Your passion will be what motivates this thing that you want, and there is legs also coming through, to get going in the direction that you want. So let's just take out your cards. I'm thinking, Group 1, that I will first look into the underlying energies, what is going on right now that is influencing the whole situation. Then I will move on to look into what possible outcomes are available for this group. And then we're also, of course, going to get some advice and guidance for you. So let's see. You got the Sun in reverse. You got the Seven of Wands upright. And the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is actually quite interesting how the energies are coming through for you, because even though I got very like stable and assured energies coming through for you, you could actually be in a situation right now where it can be and feel quite difficult to be hopeful and to feel reassured that what it is that you want is actually on its way, and that it's, reassured in a very stable way for you. But that with the Sun in reverse, it is also telling me that you could be like at the end of what's the saying in English? It's always darkest before the dawn. That's how you say it, right? So that is the timeline you could be in right now, like right before the dawn, right before the sun shows itself and turns everything into something that you can see and look at and know what is existing for you. So you could be in the position of Seven of Wands, where you feel like you have to struggle, you have to put in some effort, maybe even a lot of effort, and you can be very tired because of the energies that you feel that your situation is requiring of you. And maybe you're also looking at your situation in a way where you're like, that there's nothing else than what is going on, that I can only believe in the things that I see. And there is of course some truth to that, because we need to be in a great relationship with existence, with reality, no matter how reality shows up, because of the nature of existence, right? It goes up, it goes down. Both are life, both are reality and existence. But sometimes we can be like dragged into the ups, believing that that is the only thing that is existing, and sometimes we can be dragged down to the down and believe that that is only what is existing. So there is like a balance of being in a great relationship, or as good as possible, with reality and what is going on right now, to not not diminish it, or like try to be, you know, what is considered to be almost like toxic positive, you know, that you don't want to look at reality in a real way, that you can actually do that. You can look at reality, acknowledge what is coming through, what is showing up, and still not believing it to be the only thing that is possible or the only reality that exists. So that is a very clear message actually for you, group one, and I hope that I was able to give it to you in a clear way. But let's get into the second part of your reading, that what outcome is possible for this group. We got animals, and this card says you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. Okay, that's interesting. Let's keep that in mind. And we got Saturn with boundaries and card number 24. We got study with card number 49. And anxiety showed up, and I feel like there's one more for this group in this pile, or in this from this deck. And rejection, anxiety and rejection together with Saturn and boundaries. That is so interesting. Okay, so with these new cards that showed up for you, what I'm getting when it comes to the possible outcome that is available for this group, this sometimes I get a little bit hesitant about the message that comes through, but I'm sure that you can take it and that you're very aware of life and of yourself. So I'm gonna walk you through what it is that I'm seeing. So the possible outcome is actually very much dependent on the way that you both allow yourself but also dare to be honest with yourself about how much you allow things to come in to your life, and how open you are to change the point of view that you have of life. So this doesn't mean that any of this is easy. You know, sometimes what we go through in life can have a major effect on us in a way that it shapes who we are, and it shapes the way that we look at life and reality. And that is also part of us existing. That is also part of our process as human beings. It is to be affected and molded. But it looks like you've come to a major point in your existence, in your life, where you are being asked to step into the power that you have to actually decide what will happen for you. Okay? There's a need for you to also look into the story that you tell yourself, about life, what is possible, and to look into the connection that you have with that, because what could be standing in your way, like not being able to see that there are different realities that can exist, not just the downside, you know, when reality moves to the energies that are more down in the equation. There could have been previous experiences of rejection that caused some major anxiety, some major triggers that could have to do with experiences that happened even further away, like earlier in your life, okay? That could have given you the story that this will always happen. Of course, this happened because this is what always happens. So you could have like written your future from your past experiences, even from experiences that are so past that they were out of your control. Like you probably was a child and didn't even, you know, have anything to say about what was going on, right? But here's the thing. The possible outcome, it is for you to get what you want, but there's also work that is being asked of you to do, especially when it comes to the story that you tell yourself about what is possible, okay? There could be some underlying fear that is connected to rejection. It can even be, you know, something as grand as feeling rejected by life or by reality, that, oh my God, like, I don't even have a place here, I don't have a purpose. You know, it could go that deep for some people in this group. But what I love about your reading is that no matter how strong that experience is, no matter how much it shows up like the only true reality, the cards are super clear, telling you that that is not true. That is not the only reality that is possible for you. That what it is that you want, the first thing that I got for you is how stable it looks like it's moving towards you in a stable way with no flickering movements, you know. And we also got that you could be right before the dawn, like that timeline, right before the sun shows itself, and that is the darkest time. And actually a very like practical guidance that is coming through for you. So I guess that we've moved into that part of your reading with guidance, but well, we've already gotten some actually already with these cards too. But a practical thing you could do is to, even if you live in the northern hemisphere and right now the sun quite literally can hide for a couple of days even without us seeing it, because it's just like the clouds are showing themselves with all their glory. You could do two things. You could, when it's very, very cloudy, still remind yourself that the sun has gone nowhere. The sun is actually still there. It is just, you know, our perspective of reality that makes us not able to see the sun. The other thing you could do is that when the sun shows itself, to take some time to stand in the sun and remind yourself, like, yeah, nothing has changed. The sun has always been present. It's just that nighttime happens and wintertime happens, but still the sun hasn't moved, right? So that is a way for you to really instill that even if reality has shown up for you in one specific way for quite some time, it doesn't mean that no other reality is available for you. I was also thinking like Saturn could be very significant for some people in this group when it comes to your birth chart, that it could be like in your first house or your last house, especially for this group actually. So if that is you, then that is just an extra confirmation. Okay, so we got the Six of Wands, but this time upright, right? We got this in reverse right here. So this is connecting back to what we were talking about in the beginning. And we got the Eight of Wands. That is what I was picking up on, right? That things are happening, coming your way. We got the Hierophant, symbolizing everything you've learned this far. The Ace of Wands with the passion we were talking about, that your passion will be motivating you. And we got the King of Pentacles. You know what, guys? I thought that this reading would be like, first we get the outcome, then we get the guidance. But for you, it was switched around. You first got the guidance, and then we got the possible outcome. And underneath the deck, we got the Seven of Wands. I love how your reading just ties itself together and connects all the dots for us to help us understand your situation. Okay, so let's just start with what will make this outcome possible. It is actually everything that you're learning about yourself right now, okay? They are crucial lessons about life, and more specifically about the connection between life and you. Everything that you're going through right now, it is for you to strengthen that relationship by accepting that life has many aspects to it, and all of them are true. So really like listen into your intuition, into even like your thoughts, you know, like how are they connecting things, because right now there are so many lessons available for you, and that is like the core of everything. Like everything else that will happen because of this. Okay, then let's move on to the what will happen, you know, because of these lessons that you've learned, that you've incorporated into your being. So we got the passion that will be the motivation in your life, that you will be able to move through life in a much more ignited way, feeling more inspired and motivated. But there's also one specific thing also with the King of Pentacles here that is coming to your life with success. So this success could be like recognition. It could be a yes, you know, getting a yes that will keep on giving you what it is that you want. So that could mean that the yes will actually open up many doors or many possibilities for you. So let's say that the yes is you applied for a job, and the yes is yes, you can come and work for us. Then that is just the first step, because then it will open up more doors for you. But we definitely see a lot of positive vibes going on here with the King of Pentacles that could, of course, speak about money, about your financial status, your job, or a certain position in life that will be upgraded, because you will be able to move through life with passion, with motivation and inspiration. And that has everything to do with everything that you've learned about yourself and life. But things are moving towards you in quite a like clear direction, but also with a momentum that is very much connected to everything that is going on in your life right now. So even if it is very dark, that it might look very dark right now because you're just in that phase just before dawn happens, know that everything that is going on right now is crucial for this thing to happen and to come into your life. So know that where you are is very important. Okay, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, Group 1, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. You chose the Opal, and what I'm getting for you, it's like something has been hidden or out of your reach, but also showing itself sometimes, like popping its head up and then disappearing. It could have been something that you've had and then lost and that you would like to come back into your life. Either it's the specific thing or it's something like it is that thing but in another packaging. So I'm getting that there's like a revisitation or a do-over with something that you once lost, and that is what this reading will be about. That's something that has shown up in your life and then it got away. So either like it was part of your life and then it got away, or it was close to happen and then it was removed by some forces. You know, life can be a very powerful force in both giving us things and also removing things. So let's look into that. I'm thinking that I will start off by looking into the underlying energies that are affecting your situation right now. And then I will move into the part of the reading that is all about the possible outcomes for this group. And then we're also going to see like what guidance, what advice is there for you. So we have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords came in reverse and the Hanged Man is upright. Okay. So there's definitely like a completion that you're looking for, something to come together, like reaching a goal or finishing, you know, to the finish line. But there's like something you want it to be done and over with so that you can actually have it as part of your life and also just know that it will keep on being in your life. So what could be going on right now, because you yearn for the finish line, for something to be completed and fulfilled, you could be overworking yourself and your energetic system and putting in a lot of yourself and your energies into making sure that this thing happens. Okay, I'm not getting that there's anything wrong with that or that you're even pushing things away by doing this, but you could be tiring yourself actually, that it seems like this thing that you want doesn't require this much effort or energy, you know, to be like almost pulled through your whole body from your toes all the way up and then being put into this thing to make sure that it happens or that you reach your goal. It actually feels like the underlying energies of this specific thing, they are quite peaceful and quite calm. But I'm also gonna level with you. They are also coming through as a little bit slow. So when you put in your energies that can be very dynamic, again, nothing wrong with that, but they can be very dynamic. They can be a strong force, and they can also be a little bit of like, I want it now and nothing else, you know, that type of energy. It's not quite matching to this thing and the energies that are circulating around the thing that you want actually. If you could like, how do I say this, like cool down a little bit, if it is possible, because sometimes when we try to cool down, we can actually feel more stressed about things. So you have to take it like the way that you can take it, to actually feel calm, so that you don't force calmness on you, if you understand what I mean, but to actually do it in a way that you can feel calm in a real way. Because there is an opening for you if you would just like slow down a little bit, settle down a little bit in your energies. There is a possibility for you to truly understand the reality of the thing that you want, how it is showing up, and you will understand that it's actually easier than you might think that it is. Something that is coming through very strongly, and it has now many times, so I have to say it. Why you could be like pushing it and giving your all in something is because you could be completely convinced that this thing is for you. This is what you want, like 100%. And actually, life is trying to take your energy or your attention to something else, pointing to that, and tell you, like, I promise you, if you would cool down, you would see that this thing that you want isn't actually for you. And what it is that I'm trying to shift your attention to, that is perfect for you, and that is also the easiest thing for you. So that is like one subgroup in this group. But the message that I got, why the thing that you want also carries slower energies, could be because you could be focusing on something else, trying to make that happen, and that is why this other thing isn't really coming and is slowing down. But it still carries actually very just easy energies, like soft energies, very peaceful energies. Oh, you got animals too. So if you were drawn to pile 1, I'm sure there is a message there for you. This card says, let me hold it up to you a little bit. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. So this could, of course, be specific, but there's also a general message here. So let me just take out the rest of your cards before I get to the general message. And you got New Moon, card number 36, with intention. And you can also see that she's sowing her seeds to get some results, right? She's sowing her seeds so that she can harvest it. And we got 41 with create. Okay. Guys, the energies are loving you. And you got determination also with this clear, bright yellow. Reaching the top. We have the sun coming through in a very clear and strong way to show you the way to the top. So for some of you, you know, the top is available for everyone here, okay? But for some of you, you could actually be trying to climb other mountains to reach to the top, and what is there on the top is not for you. And you are being directed towards the right mountain, because if you have that drive, that passion, the determination that has come through for you, that you can put in your power and your like you're a like what's it called, a force of nature, you know, that type of force into things, you can make it happen. But it's almost like you're draining yourself, like energies are being put into things that could be like detours. But it is available for you now to actually get the right perspective, to understand what is for you. And you can guide yourself towards that by sensing what triggers this force inside of you and what makes you feel peaceful. That could be very clear guidance towards like, oh, I'm supposed to be a little bit more this way than this way. So let peace and what wakes up peace inside of you be your guidance, okay? So the possible outcome, it is in a way the thing that you want, but it looks to come in another shape or another form. So can I give you an example to show you what I mean? Because you are meant to use this force inside of you to actually create something magnificent, something very powerful that you want, but it still looks to come in another shape or another form. And what you need to do is to relax your system a little bit so that you can get clear guidance in what direction to go. But let's say that it is a job or like a profession even, and you're like, I'm determined to have this job, this position in this company. You know, that type of determination is awesome, but it's like you're using it to aim at a wrong company. That there's actually another company that is just perfect for you, where you would be able to flourish, even like both in your professional role, to feel that you are that you're able to grow, but also maybe even financially, like there's many more ways for you to benefit from switching direction. So, but you're like putting all of your determination into the wrong company, but there's like a neighboring company that is the perfect one for you. That is what I'm getting. Like, this is of course just an example to show you how the energies are coming through, and I hope that you can use those energies to apply them to your specific situation. But I'm also getting like, you know, like this company, you're aiming at that company, but then you have a neighboring company that is actually the perfect one for you. That is how close that I'm getting that these two things are for you, that you're aiming at one thing, there's something else. And you know, this could be a process that, let's say that you are in this position or in this place that is quote unquote wrong for you, then it will be a process that you have to go through of, you know, listening in, understanding yourself, understanding the direction and the guidance available for you to make that shift, to be where you're supposed to be, where you will flourish and have things that will benefit you on many levels. So allow that process also to happen without, you know, you can use your force, you can use your power, but you can also use it in a cooperative way with life. Like, I love being this powerful. I love feeling how powerful I am, but I will also be cooperating with life. Okay, so I guess that was the advice and guidance part of your reading. So let's get into the possible outcome for this group that are available for this group. But also, let's not forget that you got new moon with intention and how she is sowing the seeds to get a harvest. So if you are goal oriented. If there is a specific result that you want, don't feel that this reading is telling you that you won't get it. No, it's like you will be guided to actually put down your seed in the perfect soil that it can grow. Because not all soil are beneficial for all type of seeds. So you're clearly being guided towards, like, by life, in your everyday life, to know the perfect spot of soil to put down your seeds in. Okay, so the possible outcome, let's look into that. The first card you got is the Knight of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, the World card. That is interesting, because we were talking about reaching a goal, right? Coming to the finish line, getting something completed and fulfilled. Look at that. I love that for you. Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And underneath the deck, we got the Six of Pentacles, of you getting what it is that you want in a way that you need to get it, like in a way that will actually benefit your needs, and in a way that will meet you in a, I'm almost getting like, maybe it's too dramatic to use that word, but I'm still gonna use, like, it will meet you in a merciful way. I hope that that makes sense when I use that type of word. But okay, so what is the possible outcome for you? There could definitely be other people involved in this that will help you out. There could be two persons coming through to make sure that this thing happen. If it is two persons, one of them will play a very significant and important role, but won't stay around for long. Like this person will only like come and go, you know, do what it is that life is asking of this person to do to help you out, but then this person will actually be removed and not be a continuing part of this process. But there could definitely be two persons helping you out. The possible outcome for you is very easy to say, and that is that you will reach your goal. You will get what it is that you want. The experience you might have is that this has taken so long, there has been many detours, many delays. But the thing is that when you get what it is that you want, you will feel that it was worth it. You know, the same way that a mother feels after labor, that some even say, like, it's hard for me to even remember now how difficult the labor actually was. But again, I'm getting one person will play a significant role in making sure that this happens, in making it easier for this to happen also, because there's like queens and knight coming through here. But all the energies are like pointing towards this thing happening for you. You reaching the goal and getting to the finish line, and the experience of like, yes, it's completed, it's finished, I can relax now. I am where I wanted to be, where I envisioned myself to be. Oh. Sorry, I stumbled on air almost. Okay. I'm also getting like two aspects of this thing that you want. That one thing could be like quite material, you know, it could be a job, a salary, or something like that. And the other thing could be that you're actually waiting for something like an idea or clarification about what's next, what will happen next, what to do next. So these two things, like with material, I'm getting like, you know, the real world, the physical world, the outside world, something happening there. That's also why I'm getting work, because work is like part of our everyday life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be work. But I'm getting like the physical reality. And then we have the other aspect of this, of being like an idea, information, clarification about what to do, how to do it, how to go about it. These things coming together so that you can reach your goal. So that is also part of this outcome that is here for you. And maybe these two persons will play one role each in each of these areas, one in making things into a reality, and the other person might come with an idea or guidance or advice to make sure that these two parts can merge and you will reach your goal. Okay, group 2, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. You chose the Shungite crystal, and this is so interesting what I'm getting for you immediately, group 3, because what I'm picking up on is that there is not one direct timeline leading up to this thing that you want. It's like there's a lot of free will at play for you, and there's also a lot of different timelines available for you that can all lead to this thing that you want. And what that is telling me is that either what you want is quite big, maybe even very big, or that it will have a huge effect on your life. And usually when things carry this type of energy, what it means is that there's more than one factor that will play a role in this. And because there are many factors, how do you say, like factors coming together to make this happen, then there's also a lot of different aspects, life and reality, and maybe even you have to take into consideration for this to happen. So that's why there could be many timelines, many ways to go about it also. But what I'm also getting very strongly is that your free will is crucial in this. So it's almost like you write your destiny as you go. Like, even if you're destined to have this thing, how you go about it, how you reach it, it's like up to you, or up to many things that are all playing a role in making sure that this happens. How exciting and how interesting. So group 3, I'm thinking that I will first look into what energies are affecting your situation right now. Then I will move into the possible outcomes that are available, and also, of course, some guidance and some advice for you. We got the 3 of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the 9 of Wands in reverse. So, okay. This card right here, the 3 of Wands in reverse, is making your reading very, very interesting, because what could be standing in your way right now are some expectations you could have had of how things will go about. Like, you could already know that this thing that you want is part of your destiny. This thing is like, you will get it. Like, you could be 100% sure that it is for you and it is already yours. But you could also have some expectations about how things will happen, how things will line up for you to make sure that that happens. And when you look at your life or things that are happening right now, maybe you're not seeing what it is that you're expecting to see, and that could like dampen your mood or make you feel disheartened, or even like for some of you, you could feel like completely hopeless, that this thing is not for you, this thing will never happen for you because of the expectations of how things should be right now, or what should be happening right now. It's like you're trying to make the equation work and it's not working. It's not being balanced out the way an equation has to for the result to be correct. And this could cause some sort of confusion, but also like disheartened, that you feel like giving up, or maybe just pressing the pause button on this thing. But there's already guidance and advice coming through for you, and it is that I hate that I don't know all the words in the whole universe, because sometimes you need that perfect word. I'm gonna use a word now that I don't quite mean, so I'm gonna do like air quotes, and I'm gonna say that you're almost being tested, but with air quotes, okay? I don't mean that life is against you, life wants you to step up and show who you are, like, or test you to know if you're valuable enough to get, like, no. It's just because I don't have a better word right now to use, okay? So please, I hope that you know what I mean when I do air quotes and say test, because it's almost like the dedication you have for this, or the devotion you even have for yourself when you envision this thing as being part of yourself, of your life, sorry. That is like a dedication, that is a devotion to you, that you believe in your highest good, that you believe that things should be part of your life because you deserve it, and so on. But if there are some expectations that you believe in more, then you need to look into that. Because it's almost like your expectations of how things should be, they're clashing with this thing that is yours. So look into what is it that you're most loyal to. Is it your expectations of the 10 steps you should take to get there? Or are you more devoted to this dream or this wish or this thing that you want? Because that could actually help sort out some of the confusion for you. But of course, what always helps us when we are confused, it is to stay centered through this whole process. Like, you can get through this difficult experience so that it becomes part of your past by grounding yourself. That's the first thing that I'm getting. And also ask yourself, like, what is it that I'm loyal to? Is it the expectations I have, or is it actually to this beautiful thing that is for my highest good, that is the best thing for me? Because right now, the expectations you have can actually just be obstacles you need to overcome, instead of things or steps that you need to take to get where you want to go. I hope that makes sense when I say that the obstacles or the expectations you have of how things should be right now for this dream of yours or this thing to come into reality, these expectations could very much not be steps to take, but actually obstacles to overcome. Okay? and you have support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Okay, so I was getting that this is something big or will have a big effect on your life. So this could be very much connected to your life purpose, to your like the life path that you're supposed to be on and walk on. And there are just things like clouding your way right now that could be expectations that you have of how things should be right now. We got Black Moon Lilith with Power, card number 35. It's very interesting that Black Moon Lilith is coming through. It's always interesting when Lilith is coming through, because it's like you're being asked to give up something or sacrifice something that is actually standing in your way, but that you're holding on to because you think that it will give you what it is that you want or need, when it's actually not benefiting you, or it's even standing in your way. So you could be asked to be very truthful towards you, and to be also reasonable when you look at things, to know like, is this taking me where I want to be? Have I gotten the results that I want from doing it the way that I expect things to be lining up for me? So be very honest with yourself, be truthful. I think I shuffled this deck and then didn't take out a card. But I think it was because Lilith took all of my attention away. So I'm just gonna shuffle this again and see. Okay, you got Bodywork, card number 46. And disruption, yeah. Okay, I love how the advice is coming through for you now, and the guidance part of the reading. So here's the thing, that there's nothing wrong with having expectations. There's nothing wrong with that per se, because sometimes, you know, that part of the process can help us help us start going, moving. And it can also help us to guide ourselves and to navigate the steps that we want to take. But if we put too much into the expectations that we have of like micromanaging things, or the process of this is how it should be, this is how my life should be, this is, you know, getting into the minutia of things instead of the big picture of things, then it can also stop serving its purpose, and it can start standing in our own way. So how do you know what expectations you have that could be benefiting you, or what expectations you have that are actually standing in your way and not serving your highest good? There are two things coming through. The first one is, listen to your body. Your body is already signaling it to you. The other thing is that life is signaling it to you by being disruptive, by things not working out, you know, almost being like annoying you in how much they refuse to sort themselves out. So you need to be very diligent in the way that you look at things, and to be honest with yourself, because things are really supporting you. The energy surrounding you are supporting you, so that you can get this big thing that we were talking about, because it really looks to be something big. It will have a huge effect on your life. But there are also, like I said, other aspects to it that are influencing this situation right now. But those things, they are out of your control. What is part of your control? It is the process to get there and the way that you cooperate with the expectations you have of how things should be. So if the expectations you have of how certain things should be, if they are very much connected to your heart, or you have some sort of attachment to it, it can be very hard to be honest about it, or to look at it in an honest way, or even to sacrifice it, okay? So take it easy, be very kind to you, and you can also allow life, which is coming through here in your reading, to show it to you. You can ask life to show it to you in a kind way, in a soft way, and then for you to take it easy and take it slowly, exactly the way that is best for you, when you release it or when you let go of it. And for some of you, it will even feel like you have to sacrifice it, But listen to your body. Your body will tell you when something feels good and when something is true, and when your body doesn't want to go in that direction, and when something feels just not true for it. Okay, so what expectations are we talking about? It will be different for all of you. But what I love is that you got some very clear direction of how to figure out what is for you, like what advice is for you, what expectations should you let go of. Then you've gotten clear guidance on how to know that on an individual level. Now I feel like I would like to know the outcome of this. We've already gotten like some specifics about this thing, that it is big, it is connected to your life purpose. Okay, we got the Tower, letting go. Okay, underneath the deck, the Knight of Cups. Okay, it could be a person, letting go of a person. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, whatever it is that you have to let go of, or even feel like you sacrifice, just know that on the other side of this is something much bigger, much better, much more suited for you, much more beneficial for you. So if life is acting up in a disruptive way to make sure that something gets out of your life, this could be like a behavior, this could be a mindset, this could be a repetitive pattern within you also. And it just never give you the results that you're looking for, being in that way or being that way. Then just know that looking into that aspect of you, working through it, healing it, and then letting go of it, it will bring you what it is that you want, like tenfold. We got the Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. We got the 10 and the 9. Wow. Okay. And the Ace of Cups. Guys, because this is a big thing, right? We're talking about almost like purpose, what you're here to do, what is part of something that you're supposed to be doing. I almost want to keep the Knight of Cups here, because it feels like there's a person that is very significant for this group that could be coming in, that is depending on you letting something go, that this person could be coming in. But okay, I lost my thought there. Just 2 seconds, because I'm getting like, this is so big. I just need to like gather the energies a little bit. Okay, because we were talking about, right, that this is something big connected to your purpose, what you're here to do. then no wonder like great energies are also coming through for you, because with the 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles coming through with the Page of Pentacles, it is telling you that what you are doing right now in your life, what it is that you're learning, also with the Page of Pentacles, it is aligning you to the reality that you are here to experience. I know that many times 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles can, in a specific way, symbolize material wealth. But I want to tell you that could, of course, be for you, right? But the energies here, they are telling you that what is the outcome of this, it is for you to exist in the best way possible, being you, but also having what it is that you need to feel that you've fulfilled your purpose, that you've done what you are here to do, and that you've experienced what you are here to experience. Actually two things, two very specific things that are connected to your purpose. I'm not getting that these things are your purpose. I'm getting that they are connected to your purpose. One thing is actually falling in love. The other thing could either be some sort of material wealth or a dream job. For some of you, it's a combination of this. So it's not you falling in love, but actually you falling in love with a specific mission or a specific job that you can use to help fulfill your purpose. But it's still like connected to your purpose. It's not the core of your purpose, these things, but they're still like two very specific things. And for a third subgroup, it is a combination of those things. When will it happen? It's very clear and direct for you, group 3, that it will happen when you let go of things that seem disruptive with the Tower and this bright pink card of disruption. When you let go of it, because it looks like life is trying to help you to let go of it. For some of you, like I said, this won't be easy, will feel like a sacrifice. But if you allow your body to guide you, you will feel that having this doesn't feel quite right. It can even feel like tension building up in your body. And then when you start to release this thing, your body will react to that with releasing the tension. There's a lot of things you are learning right now about yourself and life, and that is something you will take with you when life will help you create this existence that will be, I want to say, the perfect existence for you. For some very lucky people in this group, this existence will be both like material wealth, having a dream job, falling in love, maybe even having a family with Lilith here and the Ace of Cups. But you can use your own cards and draw out some cards to see what is your individual message. But for all of this, everyone in this group, this is connected to your purpose and to a life that you are meant to live in this lifetime, an existence that you are meant to have. Okay, group 3, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.